Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we will discuss about a new chapter in financial management. And the new chapter is nothing but the most important chapter, that is the leverage chapter. So today we will learn about the basic meaning of leverage and different kind of leverages. So first of all, let me tell you that if you guys like my video, please try to add some comments in my video, and if you guys like it, please press the like button, and want to see more videos like this, and please press the subscribe bell icon in the video also. Thank you for listening to my video. So today we are going to start about what is leverage and different kinds of leverage. So we did a previous chapter which is known as capital structure. I had uploaded 3 videos of it. Please go and watch. And today we will discuss about leverage. And first of all, let me tell you that leverage is nothing but it acts just as a fulcrum. We have heard in physics or physical science that a fulcrum is a position where the balance rests in the fulcrum, and it the helps in deciding in which way the balance is moving, or it is a focal point or the central point. It also helps in financial management. It tells about regarding its how the profit can be maximized by using this leverage factor. It is just a factor, and leverage is nothing, it is just a cost factor. Cost factor, there are various kinds of cost included while starting a new business and or a new enterprise. So the cost factor is known as the leverage factor. It is the deciding factor, how much profit a firm can earn, or how much uh, cost to incur, or how much sales to increase. So depending upon the cost, the profit increases and decreases. If the cost is high, the profit is low, and if the cost is less, the profit is more. So there are different kind of cost, like fixed cost, variable cost. So these various kind of cost is known as the leverage factor. These factors of the cost is known as the leverage. In financial management, leverage has the same idea of getting more benefit in terms of profit by employment of fixed assets or part of the capital employed, which has a fixed rate of cost. Before discussing the term leverage in details, let us have a look in the following statement of profit. Now let us first understand what is a statement of profit. A statement of profit is nothing, just a statement or a discussion or about different levels of profits and different levels of cost. So first we get our first revenue by selling. So sales is going to our top priority, so it is on the top position. Sales, how much units we are selling, and what is our revenue by selling those units. So sales, suppose we sold around 5 crore, our sales turnover is 5 crore, and if our turnover is 5 crores, we are getting those turnover by incurring some cost, and among those costs include some variable cost and some fixed cost. And if we reduce variable cost from our turnover, say around 2 crore, if we minus 2 crore from our turnover 5 crore, then the remaining is 3 crore, and the 3 crore is known as the contribution. Remember the term contribution. It is known as contribution. By deducting variable cost from the sales, we get contribution, and after we get contribution, we have to deduct our fixed cost, and say our fixed cost is 60 lakhs. So after deducting 60 lakhs, that is operating fixed cost, we get EBIT, that is earning before interest and tax, that is our operating profit, or PBIT, profit before interest and tax. So after deducting fixed cost from contribution, fixed cost include those costs such as rent, rent of the office, depreciations of machineries, staff salaries, electricity bills, not electricity bills, different kind of, such as rent, depreciation, staff salaries. These are all kinds of fixed cost which has to be incurred on regular basis, and it is fixed, which cannot be changed. So we have to deduct this cost from our sales turnover. So first we have deducted variable cost, we got contribution. After deducting contribution, we got, after deducting fixed cost, we got EBIT, that is our operating profit from day-to-day operations. After we get operating profit, which is known as EBIT, earning before interest and tax. It is an earning which is before paying interest and any kind of taxes. So before paying any kind of interest and tax, we get a profit which is known as operating profit, and it is also known as EBIT or PBIT, profit before interest and tax. After we get a profit before interest and tax, we have to pay to the loan holder, we have to pay the interest to the loan giver. So loan giver has to be paid after, before paying any other expenses. So after we are getting our after incurring the fixed and variable cost, we have to incur the cost of interest, and those interest are to be paid from whom we have taken the loan. So loan givers has to be paid first. And suppose we have borrowed a capital of 2 crore, and we have taken those 2 crore at a interest rate of 12% per annum. So 12% of 2 crore comes to 24 lakhs. So we have to deduct 24 lakhs from our operating profit. Then after deducting the interest from our operating profit, that is EBIT, we get EBT, that is earning before tax, or profit before tax, PBT, which is known as two, such as the EBT and PBT. That is earning before tax or profit before tax. Now after getting profit before tax, we have to pay the tax such as, say, 40% of PBT. After paying 40% tax on PBT, that is 2,16,000, the tax comes to 86,40,000. 2 crore 16,000, the tax of 40% comes to 86,40,000. So after deducting tax of 86,40,000, we get PAT, that is profit after tax, and or EAT, which is also known as the earning after tax, EAT. We get 1 crore 29,60,000. So we get this as PAT or EAT, that is earning after tax or profit after tax. Profit after tax or earning after tax after deducting the interest on borrowed capital, and after deducting the tax. After deducting both these two, we get profit after tax. So after getting profit after tax, we have to pay only to the preference shareholders and to the equity shareholders. So after, if there is any profit left after paying the tax and the interest to the loan givers, we have to pay the preference dividend. Preference shareholders, we have to pay preference dividend first. So after getting profit after tax, we have to pay the preference dividend. So suppose we had preference shareholders of around 3 crore 3 crore rupees, and the dividend is 20% of 3 crore, which comes to 60 lakhs. So we have to pay those 60 lakhs out of our profit after tax. So profit after tax less preference dividend gives us earning available to the equity shareholder, EAES. These earnings are available to the equity shareholders, can get are to be distributed from these earnings, and this earning is known as EAES, earning available to equity shareholders. And after paying, then we have to pay the equity shareholders, we have to pay the equity dividend. Now equity dividend has to be deducted from EAES, earning available to equity shareholders, and we will deduct such as 30 lakhs from 69,60,000. After paying equity dividend, the remaining profit is is to be known as retained earnings. So the remaining profit is retained earnings. So retained earning is to be transferred, either it is utilized in some manner or it can be transferred to the reserves. So we are transferring, maximum company transferred this reserve and transferred these earnings to the remaining earning to the reserves. So this is it. This is known as a statement of profit or operating or financial statement of profit. This has to be kept in mind. First sales value, then less variable cost, we get contribution, then less fixed cost from contribution, we get EBIT, that is operating profit, earning before interest and tax, or PBIT, profit before interest and tax. After getting PBIT, we have to pay to the loan givers, so you have to pay the interest first. So after deducting, such as say 12% or 10% on the loan taken, so after deducting the interest, we get the amount which is known as profit before tax or earning before tax, EAT or PBT. Now after getting PBT, we have to minus the tax factor. Then after deducting the tax, we will get the profit after tax or earning after tax, EAT or PAT. Then after getting the PAT or EAT, we have to pay to the preference shareholders, the dividend to the preference shareholders. And after paying the dividends, the remaining profit is to be distributed among the equity shareholders, or which is known as equity dividends. And EAES is to be distributed to the equity as a equity dividend to the equity shareholders. And after, if there is some other, if there is any earnings left after paying the dividend to the equity shareholder, we transfer it to the reserves. This whole chart is known as statement of profit, and it is very much important in this chapter. Now let us come to different kind of leverages. There are different kind of leverage, such as operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage. Three different kind of leverage is there. And there are two types of financial fixed cost, that is interest on borrowed capital and preference dividend. There are two types of cost, that is interest on capital taken in loan taken, and preference dividend. So in my next video, I am going to discuss about different kind of leverages and their importance, their meaning, in-depth meaning. I will tell you in our next video. Thank you guys today for listening. Hope you guys have understood.